On the BARP 50 Plus radio show, we now have Executive Manager of BARP, Elsa Webster, answering your medical insurance questions. Originally, the health plan was going to go in place from the 1st of April, and it is now starting on May the 1st. Let's focus a little bit on some of the changes and the reason why some of those changes would have happened.
Well, first of all, Peter, I want to say thank you so much to all of the BARP members for your comments. The good, the encouraging, the bad, and even the ugly. Yes, I am really happy to have got such a large, overwhelming feedback. People understand things from their frame of reference, and I do understand some of the ugly comments, but guess what? That's the power of social media, and that is the power of BARP. And your comments have been noticed by the insurance company, and that has helped us in order to get a bit of tweaking to the plan, particularly the rollback of the deductible to $500.
Yes, because there was quite a bit of feedback when it was announced that the deductible was going to be $750. So that has now gone back to $500.
That is correct, Peter. The deductible is $500, and we are maintaining the original annual deductible of $500 per person for the health plan.
Well, let's go into some of the questions which have been asked by persons on Facebook, because we know we had a target amount of 5,000 people to reach for the health insurance, which we surpassed because you got over 7,000 people participate in the health insurance. But let us talk about the life benefit. If the life benefit is compulsory, because it's now part of the BARP fee, and BARP has over 28,000 members in the organization, how was it that the life benefit was undersubscribed and is now affecting the insurance?
Okay, Peter, I just want to correct that 28,000 there. We are talking here about financial members. BARP has many more members. Unfortunately, many people do not pay up there or renew their memberships on time. So we normally have an average of 27,000 persons. And your question was, if we have that many people and the life benefit is mandatory, how come it is undersubscribed? The short answer to that is that only 12,000 people, exactly, let me review that, 12,500 people up to today have come in to sign up for the life benefit. So that means that the other 16,000 still have not signed up. And that's where that slight discrepancy comes about. You understand? So we're hopeful that those other 16,000 people who have not yet signed up for their life benefit will come in, let's say by September, and sign up, even if their memberships have not expired. You see, the problem, Peter, is because of the memberships that are 5 and 3 years and even life, those people are not yet due for renewal. So while very many of them, and I thank those who have come in to sign up for the life benefit, the fact is we still have 16,000 people who haven't signed up for the life benefit. And you will remember, if we go back to the original brochures since this December 18th, when we launched the plan at the gymnasium, we indicated that all financial members must participate in this benefit. So all would be all financial members. However, you would have seen a number of 20,000 being bandied around.
Yeah.
How did we get to that 20,000? In February, we were able to get the insurance company to agree that because of the fact that we couldn't accommodate everybody in the building, in the 3 months, they agreed that if that to 75% of the financial members. So that's where the 20,000 comes in. But even so, 20,000 people have not yet signed up. Only 12,000.
I see what you're saying. Why did the under-subscribed life benefit affect the health plan, which surpassed its enrollment objectives? Aren't they separate? And if not, how are the two related?
Yes, Peter, they are related. The reason why the ICBL plan failed was because many persons claimed more than the premiums that they paid. Therefore, we had what the insurance company calls a negative ratio. In other words, people were paying, let's say, $180 a month, it was at the time, but claiming up to $500-600 in medication.
Wow. So
because of that, the claims ratio was too high. And that's one of the reasons why the ICBL plan failed, because that could not be sustainable. Therefore, with this plan, remember, Peter, when we started off, the insurance companies said, look, this group is not insurable, right?
Yeah.
As you know, you cannot go and buy health insurance over 65 or 70, over 60 in some cases. And what we are attempting to do here is to provide health insurance for people up to 80, 90, 100. We have BARP members who have signed up for this plan who are over 90 years old. So what the insurance companies who have got together decided to take the risk and cover these members, despite the fact that in most other instances they would be considered uninsurable, was to say, okay, if everybody participates in the life benefit, that will help to sustain the health plan. And you will notice that the brochures, as I said before, that were distributed from the very first town hall meeting indicated that all BARP members were required to subscribe to the life benefit, and that is why it was made part of the fees, Peter.
And when you speak of the ages, not only did you allow people of all ages to participate, but also with pre-existing conditions. Usually when an insurance company identifies a pre-existing condition, there's no coverage at all.
Exactly. And it is well known that this group, this particular demographic, the BARP demographic, is just natural. That's part of aging. Between 50 to 100 would have a large number of pre-existing conditions. But the decision was made to offer it in the first instance during the open enrollment period to all BARP members, regardless of age and regardless of the condition of your health.
A next question which was asked by persons on Facebook: if the 5,000 health insurance enrollment objective was surpassed by 2,000 persons, why was the deductible increased?
Well, there's a very short answer to that one, Peter, and we have no control over that. The insurance companies continued to insist that a minimum of 20,000 people must be enrolled by March the 31st. But the good news is, because we managed to have more people than the 5,000 enrolled for the health insurance, so to date we have a total of 7,300 people. That extra 2,300 people gave us some leverage, and that is also one of the things that was taken into consideration to roll back the deductible to $500.
A next question which was asked was, if the enrollment objective was surpassed by 2,000, why was the deductible not decreased?
I like that argument. However, the insurance companies have not, and I will say yet, I'm a very optimistic person. So I'll say the insurance companies have not yet agreed to that. And what I'm hoping, Peter, is that as more people continue to join the plan during the year, that the increased numbers will give us some leverage. However, that depends on the level of claims. Persons still need to be careful about the claims that they make and do not nickel and dime the plan. An unreasonable claims ratio, that is more dollar amounts made in claims than the premiums collected, will be unfavorable. So please, we have to make sure that we claim responsibly. The plan does have some checks and balances built into it to help to control the high claims.
If the 5,000 health insurance enrollment objective was surpassed, people would like to know how come the insurance did not start as originally planned on the 1st of April.
Good question, Peter. I'm sure you were at the BARP office many times and
Yes,
you saw the
yes,
long
I was.
lines. You saw the long lines outside the door. You saw the long lines inside. You saw the long waits. And you know that traditionally a number of people wait until the last minute to do anything. So we had so many people coming into the office to enroll at the last minute, even though they had collected the forms and completed the forms way back in January, February. For some reason, they waited until the last two weeks. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory manner, because this is a lifetime decision. So I know that some people needed to consult with families. They had to wait until payday and pension day to come in. It's just that when we realized from the middle of March that we still were a good way off from the 5,000, the initial 5,000, because more than 3,000 people enrolled during the last 2 weeks, Peter.
Wow.
So that was the reason for the long line. So we went back to the insurance company and we said, look, not everybody who has forms or has completed them will be able to come in here in the next 2 weeks. So we were able to get an extension to April the 13th. Now, remember, a group plan is one for all and all for one. So I know some people expected, especially the early birds. Thank you so much, early birds. I know they expected to start on April 1st, and some of them think it's unfair. I saw the comments that they should have to wait for the stragglers, as they call them. them. But some people have a good reason to be stragglers. So let's be understanding. All for one and one for all. So the plan will start on May the 1st. It doesn't matter if you are even here in Barbados and you can't get to the office. The enrollment forms and the brochure is on the BARP website. Download them, fill it in, use the brochure to determine which age category you fall into, to determine your premium. All you have to do is fill out that form, the enrollment form that you download, sign it, and give it to somebody to bring in. If you're over and away, as you said, email it to somebody who can bring it in and make the payment for you. The health insurance now starts May the 1st, 2018. If you go to the doctor on the 2nd or the 3rd of May, you can submit a health claim. You can submit a health claim from the first effective date of the policy, which is May the 1st. However, if you went to the doctor before May the 1st, that will not qualify for a claim. The waiting period applies only to the life benefit. Only to the life benefit. And that is not unreasonable, because the similar product, use your Peace Assurance, or I think one other company calls it Guaranteed Secure Life, the waiting periods are longer. 2 years normally, like for this Peace Assured that the same Sagicor offers. So having a 1 year waiting period is not unusual. Plus, Peter, you're not planning to die soon, are you?
Yeah,
We're putting that off.
I'm planning to be here for another couple of years. Me and Archilus.
Exactly.
Coming to the BARP office every year, some persons have said that that's an inconvenience, and considering the age of some members, mobility sometimes is a challenge. Is there anything that has been put in place to accommodate persons who have these challenges? I
noticed that on Facebook. This has been the chief objection, if any at all, to the 3 and 5 year memberships being continued, at least those options being discontinued, because people think, okay, they have to come every year and that's inconvenient. So we are currently making arrangements for payments to be made at several other popular facilities, as well as the post office, online or by standing orders. We will soon provide those details to you. Trials are being done right now to ensure low transaction costs and easy processing. So we will have a number of other payment methods for you. So you won't have to come to the office every year.
When it is that May the 1st comes and you would like to make a claim on your BARP medical insurance, how does that happen?
Very easy. Standard Sagicor claim forms can be obtained from the doctors and other service providers. Remember, when you go to the service providers to ask for your BARP discounts, they will help to reduce the amount of your claims. The claim forms should then be submitted directly to Sagicor at any of their locations. This will shorten the time to receiving your appropriate reimbursements.
Where do you get the claims forms from?
So the claim forms can be obtained from any medical service providers, and it's the normal Sagicor claim forms. And the one thing I want to tell you, Peter, is how you can go about reducing your claims. Use medical service providers who give BARP discounts. Remember to ask for those discounts, Peter. Make use of the polyclinics wherever you can, because they offer excellent medical services. If you think the wait is long at the polyclinic, walk with a sandwich, an apple, a newspaper, or a book. Make friends with the person sitting around you. I'm sure many of them would be BARP members. And last thing, make use of service providers like the Cancer Society, the Heart and Stroke Foundation, the Diabetes Foundation, other similar associations, because they offer excellent services. They are not-for-profit organizations, and therefore they have a very affordable cost for service.
BARP, bold active source for proud. BARP, bold active source for proud.